What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris bringing you Game 2 between VP and Mouse Sports on the Radiant Die, respectively. Now, Mouse Sports, for some reason, letting the Wisp through once again. I don't know, it could be a giant mistake, but anyway, first game, if you haven't seen it, did go to Virtus Pro with a very aggressive, kind of timing-oriented pushing lineup. They just had a whole bunch of ultimates that are on a decent amount of cooldown. They had Omni Slash, Wall, Relocate from the Wisp, and as well as the Puck. And every time those ultimates were up, they got an objective. Ultimates are up, push, get a tower. Push, get a tower. Ultimates are up, go for Roshan, take a fight. And they just systematically dismantled Mouse Sports. The Wisp was a large factor in that. And VP now do have their hands on the Wisp again. Last time it was the Wisp's Juggernaut, and Juggernaut at the end of the game was attacking very, very quickly. It was scary. Mouse Sports, we're going to see what they want to change right now, because, well, they do have their hands on the Gyrocopter again, as well as the Darkseer. But VP, they have the Wisp to start out with, and they've shown that they could play the Wisp, and they play it very effectively. So Mouse Sports, they should look towards the Tiny, they should look towards the Juggernaut, as well as the CK to ban out. Now VP, they're going to go with the Lifestealer. Very solid carry hero. Not exactly the best Wisp partner. Doesn't have as much burst as the heroes I just mentioned before. But he does do decently with the Wisp. You could infest into the Wisp, and then your Relocate suddenly takes 3 people, which is a cute little tactic. You don't see it all that much, but it is definitely within the realm of possibility. The VP with that Lifestealer is going to have some solid late game. Mouse Sports picking up the Gyrocopter as well as the Darkseer. I should mention bans are pretty much extraordinarily normal, except for the Wisp ban. Would much rather like to see Mouse Sports ban out that Wisp. But Mouse Sports gonna go for the Darkseer. Last time Darkseer was in the hard lanes, and Gyrocopter is probably gonna be a mid lane again for Mouse Sports. Last time the Gyrocopter was in the mid lane, and oh yes, okay, with the Luna pickup, that definitely means that Gyrocopter is gonna go towards that mid lane. Fada did a decent job against the Puck. He held his own. He didn't get steamrolled. He didn't steamroll the enemy, so it was a fairly even lane. With this Luna pick, that is going to be Mouse Sports' hard carry of choice. And when you have Luna versus Lifestealer, you have a pretty interesting thing going. The fact that Luna is very reliant, at least in the early stages of the game, on her Lucent Beam as well as Eclipse, means that Lifestealer will be able to get in close and rip Luna a new one. Later on, Luna will be able to fight Lifestealer, but only if she has Manta Style. Other than that, it's going to be very difficult to take the Lifestealer 1v1. I guess BKB is also necessary. So once she gets those items, then she can fight the Lifestealer. Other than that, Lifestealer should have the edge on Luna, just because that Rage will block him, protect him so much from everything that the Luna has to offer, and really everything that Mouse Sports has to offer as a whole. The only thing that goes through that Rage so far is that cooldowns, just for just a minuscule amount of slow. More bans coming out, very similar to last game actually. VP going to go for the Rubik ban as well as the Shadow Demon ban, just trying to get rid of some supports from Mouse Sports. And well, there's not a whole bunch of top tier supports left, but Mouse Sports, I'm sure, will pick up 2 final supports for their last, and possibly get a little bit of roaming action or just support that Luna. Luna's a decent hero in an aggressive tri lane, just because she adds that plus 14 damage right off the bat with that aura. So it's a decent setup when you have a Luna in a tri lane. VP, on the other hand, with that Lifestealer as well as the Bane and Wisp pick, that is the makings of a tri lane. Usually that is what you see, and that means that Mouse Sports will be focusing on getting rid of some of the other lane heroes. Puck did do some pretty good work last game, and Nature's Prophet being banned out once again, getting rid of those long lane and mid lane heroes. But VP, they have a huge selection, so if they're looking towards mid lane, I don't see why they shouldn't pick up someone like a Queen of Pain. Would be a very solid pickup for them. Queen of Pain usually can make mincemeat out of the Gyrocopter, assuming she gets her spacing correctly. If you get too close, you get face full of Rocket Barrage, but if you keep your spacing correctly, use the bottle efficiently, you'll win the race to all the runes, and then you should be able to hold that lane. So if VP want to get a mid lane, that'll be their choice for that. Another viable hero to pick up for VP, I feel, is going to be the Bounty Hunter, possibly pick up the long lane. The Bounty Hunter will allow for VP to get a lot of gold going on. Of course, that will eliminate the huge potential of a Wisp tether target, so they could also be looking for something like a CK, something like a Tiny, possibly dual lane the mid lane. So VP, they have a lot of options open to them right now. They just need to get some heroes that could utilize the farm, because right now they only have the Lifestealer, and going up against a Gyrocopter as well as the Luna, they're going to need a lot of heroes that use farm, and it's going to be the Queen of Pain. So yeah, get that solid mid lane control going, get a lot of mobility around the map also. So VP so far do have a fairly mobile lineup. Bane Elemental is the only one who I would say can't really move around that quickly. But with Wisp Tether, Lifestealer will be able to zip around places at a decent clip. Mouse Sports, they laned the Gyrocopter mid lane last time, but it's against the Queen of Pain. Do they want to keep going with that? It's not too late. You could try to lane the Gyrocopter as a support, I suppose. Not exactly a very common thing to see. But Mouse Sports, they're in need of support heroes. Last time they ran the Disruptor, and against a Wisp, against a Queen of Pain, yeah, you probably run that Disruptor, because you get that giant AoE silence, which the Queen of Pain and Bane Elemental will not appreciate at all. Plus, if someone relocates in with the Wisp, you just send them right back. Combine that with the fact that Mouse Sports already have a huge amount of team fight. Well, I think that the Disruptor pick will work for them once again. The Static Storm was very annoying for VP last game. Atsi was playing that Disruptor. And running it again, I feel, will lead to pretty good success. Disruptor isn't the absolute best hero in a tri-lane just because he kind of wants a couple more levels. His nukage isn't as straightforward. His kinetic field isn't a guaranteed disable. So I guess that might be a reason for Mouse Sports to kind of avoid that hero. However, I feel like given how they played it last game and what the situation is this game, it would be a pretty smart pickup for them. Regardless, there's only 30 seconds left for Mouse Sports to make their decision. They do need 2 support heroes, or 2 heroes that aren't exactly reliant on gold and experience. Hey, look at that! I am just calling them out today. Well done, me. So Disruptor is going to be the pickup, adding a lot more to their giant AoE, and VP, their ban out of the Enigma, is kind of hoping for Mouse Sports to not go for too much AoE, although they have a hell of a lot. Lifestealer isn't going to care all that much. Once again, not many tools to get through that Lifestealer ultimate. Mouse Sports might want to pick up a couple of stuns.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, last game Mouse Sports went for a whole bunch of silences, which it kind of worked. It worked pretty well. Just the VP was playing a little bit better. But with Queen of Pain on the other end and now Clockwork, they're going to need something to keep people in place. The VP with that Clockwork pick is going to mean that Lifestealer is going to be the primary farmer, probably helped out with the Wisp and Bane Elemental. And Clockwork most likely soloing the hard lane with Queen of Pain on the mid lane. And Mouse Sports, do they want to rumble with the Lifestealer Wisp Bane tri-lane? I feel like they definitely can do it. The problem with that is that there is no Undying available, which would have been a very good pickup against that sort of lane. No Keeper available. A Visage as a support would do pretty well, but I am not sure if Mouse Sports is one of those teams that likes to run Visage. So I cannot exactly speak to the efficiency of a pick such as that.
10 seconds remaining.
But regardless, they only have 10 seconds, so we're going to see what they want to pick up as their final support, or even if they want to go for another support at all. Oh, it's going to be an Axe. Well, okay then. It's being played by Croaky, so it's definitely not going to be the hugest of farming axes. We're definitely not going to see a mid-farm axe or something crazy like that. Axe probably going to be oriented towards the jungle. And Axe is a pretty deadly hero. He just could jump right in, get through that rage should Lifestealer drop a little bit low with that Culling Blade. And that call will actually be pretty useful. Not the longest range, so Bane Elemental isn't going to have to worry about the Axe that much as far as channeling off his ultimate. But the Axe pick will give Mouse Sports a lot of lane pressure, as well as a easy way to farm up the jungle. Bane Elemental and Wisp, usually jungle, quote-unquote jungle, through mainly pulling, whereas Axe could do it all by himself. Even has 3 points in durable. Look at that, Valve giving Axe some stars. But as we drop ourselves into the game, we see the Mouse Sports lineup of Fada on the Gyrocopter once again being pulled some tangos by Atsi. He's going to get head towards the mid lane Black. Primary farmer of Mouse Sports playing that Luna heading up top. Atsi is supporting once again as the Disruptor pass on the Darkseer, and Kuroki is going to be playing that Axe. On the VP lineup, Santa is going to be playing the Clockwork Goblin Airman, farming it up as the Life Stealer. We have KSI playing the Bane Elemental, and S is on the Wisp, and bringing up the rear is going to be TMW, Tame My Wild, also known as Crazy, which is what I'm going to be calling him, Crazy, on the Queen of Pain, always playing, or mostly always playing that mid lane for the VP lineup. Fada looks like he's going to be, oh, not again, come on, man. Fada looks like he's going to be holding down that mid lane. Darkseer's running towards him as well, but most likely it's going to be a Darkseer getting 2 or 3, maybe 4 levels in the jungle, trying to get a Soul Ring up, and then once he gets that, he's going to go back down towards the bot lane. So the first couple of minutes, Mousesport's going to completely ignore that bot lane. Santa, unfortunately, cannot do something similar, and where are you going, VP? They don't have enough salve. What? Bane Elemental actually doesn't have any gold. He just bought, like, a courier? I think that's all he bought. Yeah. Very interesting. Who is this? Does it say who it's used by? Yeah, KSI. Bane Elemental only bought the courier, and that's it. Holding on to a lot of gold, not exactly sure what the reasoning is behind that. I can't think of... The only reason you want to do something like that is if you're going for a fast bottle. And Bane Elemental is not going to be going for a fast bottle, so I guess he is investing in himself or something like that. But VP, I suppose they're just going to check out the potential for Mousesports to be doing a level 1 Roshan. Of course they're not going to find anyone there, but Santa, as I was saying, is not the type of hero that could do the same thing as the Darkseer. Try to run Clockwork as a jungle hero, and you're in for a bad time. So Santa is going to be forced onto that top lane, unless he just wants to do some pulling in this easy camp right here, which is a viable option as well. But Santa is going to be heavily reliant on the Rocket Flare to actually get any sort of last hits going. So we have a resume. Let's see where VP are actually heading towards. I don't think they actually kill Roshan, they're just scouting it out, yeah. First point even being picked up by first point of power cogs being picked up by the Clockwork. Usually you do hold on to the first skill point because you can't exactly last hit very well with power cogs. You kind of want to have that Rocket Flare. There we go. So we are going to be seeing setup for this mid lane pull, but it is not going to be Santa. He's heading towards the top lane where he's not going to have a fun time. Atsy's here with not many consumables, but he's just going to be pressuring that Clockwork back, and Clockwork cannot fight the Disruptor one-on-one. Top lane is also going to be Kuroki, going for what looks like a quick earn. And he's going to be jungling it up, so Pass is not actually going to be jungling. He's going to go straight towards the lane, going to find himself a Wisp with a double damage rune. So Wisp usually doesn't have that much lane control. You can see 47 base damage, 0 armor, not the best hero in the lane. But with that double damage rune, that means that Darkseer is not going to get anywhere near the experience or gold. Mid lane, Fada is going to once again be going up against Crazy, this time as the Queen of Pain, Crazy. Crazy has invested into no talisman, not many restoratives on him, only that salve in case of very, very dire emergencies. Both teams are going to be going for that bottle, so we'll see who actually gets there first. In any sort of rune race scenario, it is going to go vastly in favor of VP. One, they will have the Queen of Pain with Blink, and two, they actually do have some Observer wards set up, whereas Mousesports playing completely blind. Did they not pick up any wards? No, they didn't. Okay. I guess that's what happens when you pick up an axe. You can't actually afford wards because you need these items in order to jungle effectively. So Crazy's going to be holding firm onto this mid lane. We do see KSI doing that mid pull kind of unsuccessfully. Only getting one, but hey, that's another one creep that Fada is going to get no experience for. At the same time, the Wisp is doing that pulling action. Might be working towards a double pull. Airman is getting complete free farm, but Paz is also getting a little bit of experience as well. Maybe he'll hit a level 2, possibly level 3 mark. With all these pulls happening, that is severely restricting the experience income of the Darkseer. Meanwhile, top lane, Santa, trying to do a little bit of pulling action himself, is going to make it happen. Yeah, it does have that level 2, so he has the point in Rocket Flare. You saw before, one Rocket Flare went up to this pull that was going on by Atsy. But unfortunately, Black is going to find all of this pulling action. That's going to be free CS for him. But any sort of creep to the Nile that you could do as this hard lane, you're going to go ahead and do it. Unfortunately, not getting that Satyr, as Black does use that Lucent Beam to pick up that kill. Bot lane pass is level 2, does have a point of surge now, so he's going to be a little bit safer. If VP are going to go get a kill on that Darkseer, they're going to have to bait out the surge, or at least wait until the surge is casted and then cast Nightmare. But Pass is, I'm sure he's smarter than that. He's not going to cast surge unless he knows that all the disables are already out. Mid lane, let's take another look at how this lane is going, because I don't imagine a lot is going to happen in the other lanes. We do have Darkseer pulling once again, which is what Mouz was denied in the previous game by an Observer Ward right here, I believe. But anyway, Crazy 12 for 7 versus the 10 for 4. Queen of Pain definitely has a slight advantage here. Going for 2 points of Shadow Strike, a very cost-effective way of harassing. Usually you get it against melee heroes, but Gyrocopter, he doesn't have the most range, so you could still make that work. Top lane, in a little bit of trouble. Santa's going to get glimpsed back into the clutches of Atsy. No kinetic field is up, however. Black does have level 3 on the beam. One more beam will do it, but he keeps on getting knocked back by the cogs, and Santa going to escape. No, there was no mana. Luna got hit by that first cog, and that drained out all her mana. That is very, very fortunate by Santa. So very close to death. If Black just had played that a little bit differently, Santa would be very, very dead. That would have been the first blood going for Black. A huge, huge boon for Mouz Sports, getting their hard carry the first blood. But Santa is going to survive, level 2 on that flare. So he's going to be last hitting pretty decently with that spell. Black already does have his Tranquil, so he's going to hold down the fort as well. Bot lane, let's take a look at how Airman's doing in relation to the Luna. Only 2 CS ahead, so not that much. Does have a lot of points in the feast. And it looks like he has a Handamitis flying towards him, or most of it. He's going to be heading towards a Handamitis, and Tame My Wild Crazy going to pick up that invisibility rune. Fed is going to be heavily reliant on Bottle Crowing, which you can see right now, which he is not going to do, actually. He's got to watch out. He does know that Crazy has an invisibility rune in his bottle, so he's going to be a little bit cautious. However, Queen of Pain doesn't exactly have enough burst to actually kill off Fade. Fade actually doing heavy damage to this Queen of Pain, popping off that invisibility rune. He's going to eat the missile regardless. But she does have 3 bottle charges, so she'll restore herself back up. But still, she's got to watch out. If she gets too close, that Rocket Barrage will make mincemeat out of this Queen of Pain. Shadow Strike or no Shadow Strike. Great thing about Rocket Barrage is that it comes out so quickly. And usually you could kill Queen of Pain before she even has a chance to blink. Let's actually take a look at how Croaky's doing. Does have an Urn of Shadows up. It's an item that we see, I believe it's Puppy. Puppy plays the axe like this. I saw a couple games where Navia picked up the axe, and oh, Rocket Barrage, I'm just crazy. You do not want to get close to that, man. As I said before, you got to keep your spacing. Got to remain close to your creeps. You can't get too close to the Gyrocopter either. But yeah, Puppy does like to go for this Urn of Shadows build. You max out the Battle Hunger, you slap an Urn charge on someone. That is a lot of damage over time. Very hard to avoid that. So we'll see if Axe is going to go for that build. Usually Puppy doesn't take Berserker's Call at all, which I personally don't agree with. I feel like having another 30 damage on the counter helix is definitely not worth it. Where you could have 1 point in Berserker's Call and actually interrupt a teleportation or something like that, or just hold someone out for just a little bit more time so that your allies get a little bit closer. Regardless, this is not a Na'Vi game, so it's not going to matter all that much. But Axe is happily farming the jungle, level 4 with an Urn of Shadows, versus the supports of level 1 on Bane Elemental. KSI getting absolutely nothing, just now hitting level 2. Wisp hitting level 3 as well. I think that was because KSI was trying to do this easy pull, and these Vools are still alive. Not sure if those were the same Vools, but I missed the first blood in the mid lane, of course. My apologies for that. I thought the Clockwork was in a little bit of danger. Looks like it was actually the Queen of Pain, with no disables whatsoever, except for the missile, which I don't believe was casted. They do manage to take her down. I guess the Queen of Pain tried to go for a kill on the Gyrocopter, but wasn't aware that the Axe was there to support, and now Axe possibly looking to tower dive. Cogs do go up, draining a little bit of Black's mana. Black has an Eclipse and wants to use it. Here comes the Axe, And Santa is in a very, very sticky situation. The Battle Hunger will be enough to kill this Clockwork plus the Urn Charge, but Luna is the one to get the last right click. Kroki just dipping out of the jungle to get that Battle Hunger, get another set of Urn Charges. You can see that damage going onto that Clockwork. It's so intense. Really, you got to be pretty lucky with the Rocket Flare possibly to knock out that Battle Hunger, but no way to knock out that Urn Charge, unfortunately. So that's a lot of damage over time this axe is going to be able to dish out. Let's actually see how much damage Crazy takes just by this axe. Missile's going to fly out. Urn Charge now. Queen of Pain. Look at that damage. Look at that. You cannot dodge that damage. She's not going to go down yet, but yeah, she's messed up. Very, very messed up. And Kroki knows that. He's going to go straight in once again. Another Battle Hunger will mean that Crazy will most likely tick over, especially if he gets that Urn Charge on her as well. So they're looking for a kill onto this Queen of Pain. Little do they know, they do have the Wisps coming in to support the Queen of Pain. Not much the Wisp could actually do, however. And Kroki, looking for that Battle Hunger, is not going to cast it, actually. Level 5 on that axe is working towards his Culling Blade. Kroki playing very aggressively, sitting behind the Tier 1 tower. Feda, oh, with the Rocket Barrage, is going to find the Wisp. Wisp, I do not like your chances. Call down. No missiles are going to hit, but the Rocket Barrage should be enough. No, Wisp is actually going to tether out of there. A little bit of misplay from Feda, I believe, but no, another Rocket Barrage is going to do a little bit of damage to Crazy. Feda should just open up with the Rocket Barrage. That would have been enough to kill someone outright. And the call down a little bit out of place. A little bit unfortunate. Oh, Santa's going to catch Feda. Wisp's going to tether in as well. Feda stuck in a corner, going to unleash another Rocket Barrage. Do a little bit more damage before he dies. Oh, he actually kills the Wisp. Very unlucky for the Wisp to get hit by those rockets. Kroki, oh, you do not want to be there, man. He doesn't have level 6, so he actually can't get a kill onto anyone right now if they keep their spacing correctly. Brain Sap is up on the Bane Elemental, and if he uses that to kill Kroki, that will eliminate the Battle Hunger, but it looks like it's not going to happen. Tame My Wild, Crazy gets a double kill. Now Bane Elemental finally gets a chance to get a couple of levels. We've gone for Phase Boots. Very, very peculiar on the Bane Elemental. Usually Arcanes, because, well, you see 150, 165, and 390. So you really want to get a little bit more mana going. And Phase Boots, it helps you last hit, but Bane clearly isn't going to be doing a lot of last hitting. My Wild going to blink straight in for Feda. Does have a Sonic Wave, wants to use it. Needs one more blink, one more scream, then the Sonic Wave that will do this Gyrocopter in. Looks like Tame My Wild, Crazy, I'm sorry. We'll just be content with farming this wave up. Does have Power Treads. He's going to go for a little more of a stats-oriented build, and the Null Talisman as well. Probably not going to be a Dagon. All the while, Airman farming down in spot lane. No one is really worrying. Oh, God damn it. Every time I look away. Every time. Okay, Queen of Pain picked off the Gyrocopter, again, using that Sonic Wave. Blink, Scream, Sonic Wave. Easy peasy. But Airman left alone on this bot lane. He's fighting up against Paz, who is also level 6, but a level 9 Lifestealer with Hand of Midas and Infest. Should be able to deal with these Ion Shells, at least keep his tower alive. Top lane, a little bit of trouble. Once again, I am missing kills. Black is going to get out of there just fine, but KSI with that extra movement speed is looking for a Fiend's Grip, but in Eclipse, shredding the Bane Elemental. No chance for him there, Black. It's a trap. Now Santa in a little bit of trouble. The missile is coming. Black does have enough mana for another Lucent Beam. Is it going to be in time? However, Lucent Beam on Santa, not going to be able to kill him. Missile's going to fly through, but not do enough. Must have another beam. Call down on Santa. 1 hit, 2 hits, needs a second hit. Not going to happen. Very, very close. And Mouse Sports, no global abilities on them, so they can't kill off that Clockwork. Clockwork just barely getting out of there alive. The missile onto Wisp. This tower is taking a little bit of damage. Level 4 on that Lunar Blessing. A lot of bonus damage to his allies. He's forcing the enemy away, and Orange is teleporting in. That is Crazy. You get a kill on the Kroki. 1 Scream, 1 Shadow Strike. No, that's going to be it. Crazy picks up a free kill. Kroki playing a little bit too aggressively, looking for the Wisp, who is being targeted by a missile, but you don't want to exactly take damage from this tower, because it hurts. It hurts, man. Luna's getting her farm restricted just a little bit. In the meantime, VP still have Airman on the spot lane. Hand of Midasing it up. Almost had his armlet as well. Just 11 minutes into the game. Darkshade's getting a little bit of experience as well. He's doing a lot better than the Clockwork, actually. 0-1-3 or 0-0-0. The 3 assists on the Clockwork definitely helping out. The Clockwork once again hurting on the experience. And why am I missing all these kills? Holy crap, I am just not catching anything today. I really need just like someone just watching this game with me and just to say, hey, dumbass, you're missing kills. What a great way to miss kills. Just not looking at the right places ever. I might not miss this one. We have a Fiend's Grip onto Black. Where is the hook shot? It is not there. The missile is going to come in. No missiles. Santa a little bit too far away. The Brain Sap not going to be enough to kill Black. Now Santa's going to get glimpsed back. Oh, if that level 6 on Clockwork was up, that would have been a dead Luna. Once again, they show the Clockwork is having a little bit of trouble in this lane. I mean, the Darkster's level 8, Clockwork only level 5, and that hook shot would have meant a dead Luna 100%. So Luna gets to walk away, go home, or at least pop her Tranquil Boots, get back into that Farm Fest mode. With that Drum of Endurance, she's going for a little bit more early game bulk. Crazy, trying to do a little bit of damage to Veda. Does have that Sonic Wave available, as well as the Wisp to support. Looks like they're just going to go for a tier 1 tower. Crazy, looking for that Gyro, not going to find him. Kroki continuing to farm, does have his level 6. But he's all out of Urn charges, so he's going to have to get a couple more ganks off. Could be looking at Queen of Pain. Once again, Mouse Sports don't exactly have any reliable stuns. So getting close to that Queen of Pain is going to be a hassle and a half. Their only real shot is getting a glimpse into a Static Storm kinetic field. But that is a lot invested into that Queen of Pain kill. If you get the kill, that's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. But if not, then you're wasting a lot of spells, wasting a lot of mana. I mean, they don't have the highest cooldowns in the game. Those are some valuable spells that you're using for nothing. Queen of Pain with 2,300 gold. What could she possibly be going for? Possibly a fast Hex Stick. VP do have a lot more stuns than the Mouse Sports side. But no one ever lost the game because they had too many stuns. Ooh, getting some frame rate lag. What the hell is going on? Come on, computer. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. Airman has picked up his armlet, so he's going to be able to do some pretty good damage if he's ever needed in a fight. Still farming this bot lane, though. Pass invisible, but if you're invisible, you can't exactly stop this tower. Fortification popped off. Airman slowed in his push at least just a little bit, but he's going to tank this tower. He knows that Pass is invisible around here because the Bane Element was spotting that out. Wants to get this last right click. Does get the last right click. No denial for this Darkseer, and Airman going to plow forward. 1,600 gold after the armlet, after the treads, after the Hand of Midas. He is just going to pressure this tower so much with the help of NS. Relocate is up. So that's a free teleport back for Airman if things ever get hairy. He also does have that Infest up his sleeve as well. Veda and Atsi, they're looking to make something happen right now. Static Storm will be their best tool right now, as well as the burst damage coming out from Rocket Barrage. Airman seems to sense something coming. He's going to play a little bit far back. And Veda and Atsi giving up. Possibly. No, they're going to turn around. They are going to open wounds up onto Pass, but here's the Static Storm is not going to hit. No, the Glimpse is going to be denied by the Rage. Airman going to survive. Everything being used there for absolutely nothing. Mouse Sports burning a lot of cooldowns, a lot of mana for absolutely nothing. Airman with that Rage, saving it just for that moment. Glimpse denied by that spell. Meantime, mid lane, Crazy, doing work on that tier 1 tower, has picked that up and has spent a lot of the Queen of Pain's gold. It is going to be an ultimate orb. Possibly a Lincoln Sphere. I think that would be a decent choice, although it could still be a Hex Stick. Scotty? I don't think it's going to be a Scotty. It's unfortunate. Santa is finally at a level where he could be useful to his team. Get that long range initiation going. And once you land a hook shot, you have relocation coming in, you have blinks coming in from Queen of Pain. VP, once again, have the potential lineup to be very aggressive. See that aggressiveness coming out right here on this bot lane where Airman as well as NS are pushing this tier 2 tower. They don't see anyone on the map. They're going to go for this anyway. Call down, going to get rid of the creep wave. But Airman going to walk away from that just fine. In the meantime, his teammates on the top lane going to take down this tower. The only one nearby to stop this is Kroki, and he's definitely not in no shape, not in shape to defend this tower. Let's see if Crazy can get this tower as well. Yes, he is. Another 2,300 gold for the Queen of Pain. She's going to get very, very scary really quickly. 5 kills already, 1 death. We do have support coming in for Mouse Boys. Looking for a gank. 3 heroes here. They could get it, but no call down. It's a lot of damage that they don't have, and Luna does have that Lucent Beam, though. 4 heroes on the top lane to defend the 3 on the other side. Meantime, Airman and NS, they're always ready to jump into the fight. Relocate in. Suddenly a 4v3 becomes a 5v4. Don't want to exactly fight that because Airman's pretty freaking stacked. 3,300 gold on him. So he goes for a Desolator, Assault Cuirass, something like that. You have Mouz Sports. A little bit forced to play a little bit defensive right now. This VP pushing in on pretty much every front. This is the beauty of the Wisp. This is why teams pick up this hero, because they could do things like this. Have 3 heroes walking around the map, just doing their own thing, killing creep wave, pressuring towers. In the meantime, you have a primary farmer just doing what he wants. He's getting all the last hits in the world. Crazy is going to get out of there. Glimpse a little bit misused. And VP know that if Mouz Sports decide to start a fight in the mid lane, they could have all their members there. 4,200 gold in the Lifestealer. What are you possibly getting? He has a full friggin' Desolator. This Lifestealer, man, he's going to hit like a truck. Looks like the next fight is going to happen on the spot lane. Ion Shell is going to lead the charge. Looks like still the rest of VP going to leave Airman as well as NS alone. And Mouz Sports, they don't know where to go. I mean, their best bet is to just straightforward gank this Lifestealer, because if you go for the Lifestealer, then these 3 heroes, they won't be able to come into support. The problem is actually doing that, because he has Rage and he has TP as well. He's going to get Glimpse back, Vacuum back as well. Vacuum once again denied. Airman going to turn around, try to go for Kuroki. Static Storm is going to silence Tama Wild just a little bit more, but Sonic Wave onto 4, as well as Santa Hook shotting in to do as much damage as he can. He's getting shredded by the Eclipse. He's going to go down. 2 down for VP, 1 down for Mouz, as Axe drops as well, and the Airman is still alive. He's going to kill the Black, who is being Fiend Script. You do have NS jumping forward once again, doing a little bit of damage, but unfortunately unable to finish anything off. Airman somehow surviving through all of that with that Rage, with that Lifesteal. The Desolator also doing a lot of work as well. But really the name of that game was VP's counter initiation. Sonic Wave onto everyone from Mouz Sports, combined with a 2-3 man cog hookshot. Allowed for Airman to get out of there. And saving that Fiend's Grip for the BKB Luna. Luna did get the Eclipse out, and so she brought down Santa, but it wasn't exactly enough. Airman was the target, and Airman survived. So Mouz Sports taking a little bit of a rough fight there. Culling Blade was used. Don't know if it actually killed anyone. And Tier 2 tower continues to get pressured. They wasted a lot of spells on Airman just in the beginning. Airman gonna find Fada as well as Atsi and Kuroki. You want to get out of there, man. Taking a lot of damage. Glimpse back once again, denied by the Rage. Missile's gonna fly, but he's not gonna care all too much because the rest of the team gave up. In the meantime, the other 3 heroes from VP pushing down the mid lane, pushing down the top lane, and Mouz Sports, they're yanked all over the place. They don't know where to go. I think I was trying to make a point before that they should go for the Lifestealer because the other 3 heroes cannot support the Lifestealer, but they tried to go for the Lifestealer. That didn't work. He has Infest, he has a Wisp to relocate him out. Right now, VP, they have complete map control. 1, through all their Tier 1 towers, which are still up. And 2, just because of the fact that they have such a global presence on the map. In Mouz Sports, they're forced to stick as 5. If they don't, they just die. Fada going to find a pretty huge Ancient stack with the help of Kuroki as well as Black, and to farm that up. So a lot of experience and gold going the way of Mouz. But is that going to be enough? Because VP are very, very far ahead, even with that Ancient stack. I don't think it's even going to move that line very much at all. Santa and KSI going to demolish this top Tier 2 tower. Support coming in from PA, sending a couple of Ion Shells to the front line, but the tower took a little bit of damage, and they're just going to fall back. The one who might be in trouble is Crazy. With an invisibility rune, going to spot Fada. Is he going to go onto this? He knows that there's a lot of support around. He's really flirting with death right now. He does have backup coming in, and the relocate can happen. Kuroki in a little bit of trouble. He's going to take a Shadow Strike as well as Screen of Pain. The call is going to go out as well as the Battle Hunger, but Kuroki is going to get Sonic Wave down. Axe stood no chance there. In the meantime, Tier 2 tower in the bot went down. And Mouz Sports, it feels like VP just have 6 heroes on the map, and Mouz Sports have 4. They're just yanked all over the place, and they don't have what it takes, hero-wise, to deal with this. What they really need to do is just get a pick-off. Just go super aggressive, try to start a fight, use the BKB Eclipse. but those chances are going to be few and far between. Now Black going to get Fiend's Grip, instantly cancelled, however. Black still in a lot of trouble, but a huge vacuum plus wall. VP are going to take a lot of damage from this one, but they're all going to make it out alive. Airman standing his ground, going to use that Infest to kill off the Darkseer. Now he's looking for another target, not going to find anyone. Everyone else from VP has fallen back. Airman going to get teleported back right into the wall. Battle Hunger on him, slowing him down, but slow down on Kuroki, and Airman going to try to teleport himself out. The call is going to happen, and Airman should drop from this one, not before doing a lot of damage to Kuroki, however. VP losing the Wisp, losing the Lifestealer, and Mouse Sports finally take a decent fight. Only because the rest of VP fell back, though. Sonic Wave was down. Band Elemental was very weak. For some reason, canceled that Fiend's Grip. Not sure if that was a stun or something, but either way, it didn't really work. Oh, no, Crazy, and he got glimpsed back right into the clutches of Fate as Rocket Barrage. That's going to be the end of Queen of Pain and Mouse Sports. They want to go for this Roshan. Rocket Flare is going to spot this out, however. Boom. VP do have the Wisp. 30 seconds up until the Lifestealer is back alive. But the Roshan should be dead by then. Although Black taking some pretty heavy damage. Santos is going to move straight in. Rocket Flare once again. Boom. And this Roshan is taking way too long for Mouse Sports. They got to get back. Because they know that as soon as the Lifestealer comes up, it's going to be him and NS right on top of them. Even starting off with those spirits, prepping that relocate. In 2 seconds, perfect timing on that respawn, wow. Oh, they see Kuroki, and now Kuroki, you are so very dead. I'm trying to use that Berserker's Call, but it's not going to be enough. Lifestealer finds a free kill on that axe. Even has a Hand of Midas available to him. Use the Hand of Midas. No, not on that guy. The Wisp goes back, but that's a one dead axe. 30 seconds on the sidelines for him. Blink Dagger and KSI, their initiation, once again takes a very, very large range of effect. They have the Wisp for infinite range. Queen of Pain has Blink, Clockwork has Hookshot, and now Blink as well as Naix Infest. Well, VP, if they see you on the map, any sort of wards or whatever, you're going to have to watch out. Pass looking for a vacuum onto the high ground. Ooh, not going to happen. Very, very close, however. But the Roshan is going to drop. Airman going to pick himself a double life. He's not exactly the healthiest of heroes right now, but he does have the Aegis, so he's going to go suicidal. Possibly. Go for this tier 2 mid tower, possibly for the tier 2 top. After doing some de-warding action, that death of Kuroki, signaling to Mouse Sports that there's an observer ward up there. Airman, is he going to fall back? Relocate up in 20 seconds. So the Wisp is most likely just going to stick around with the Lifestealer as the other three heroes take their classic role as, you know, pressuring all the lanes. Rocket Flare is constantly flying up to the creep wave, pushing that up, forcing some of Mouse Sports heroes up to the top lane. Then as soon as they go there, Crazy, going towards the mid lane, forcing Mouse Sports heroes towards the mid lane. Then as soon as they go to the mid lane, you have Airman and NS, who's going to pressure down the bot lane as well as the Rocket Flare. And Mouse Sports, they need to abandon something. They can't afford to just keep on getting yanked around like this because, as we can see, the gold graph, even with this, I believe that was the ancient stack or something like that. But either way, the golden experience still climbing as far as in the way of VP. And if you're Mouse Sports, you can't defend all these objectives. You have to take a fight, and then you have to take it well enough so that you could actually make something happen. They need tier 1 towers. They're just so far behind right now, and a huge jump of gold will do well for everyone. Finally get that Gyrocopter BKB. You can see 3 on the top lane, pushing down this top tier 2 tower. Tower should go down unless Mouse Sports mount a very, very decent defense. Rocket Flare going to fly out, scout a couple people, Fortification popped out. Airman as well as NS still in that bot lane. Mouse Sports seem to be unwilling to commit to a fight, which makes sense, but they really have to. You got to go all in on this situation, because if otherwise the game is just going to stick like this. And if the game sticks like this, where you have these 3 heroes pressuring all around the map, as well as Lifestealer free farming, you're not going to win in the late game. You have a 0% chance of winning. You go all in, it's like 50-50, man. I'd take the 50-50. Because this Lifestealer is getting way too big, way too quickly. AC, Desolator, Armlet, 26 minutes in, does have an Aegis as well. And VP, they're playing like they have a set of Raxes. Basically, the Wisp and Lifestealer are putting enough pressure on this bot lane to make it feel to Mouz as though they're 1.5 Raxes down. They're using that to their advantage, slowly pushing out the top lane, forcing 4 heroes up there. And Airman and NS could even go down to this bot lane, relocate, and get a kill on Black, I feel. It can be a little bit dangerous. If they do that, the Wisp is for sure going to die with that Eclipse. But Airman's getting bigger and bigger. And VP just taking their sweet time. Gotta wait for an opportunity, Mouz. They have to... I feel like they have to smoke up right now. There's really nothing else that they could do. However, VP looking to change the status quo just a little bit. Here comes a hasted Lifestealer. This tower is not long for life. Kill the rocket. No, don't kill the rocket. The tier 2 tower finally does go down once Airman decides the fun is over. Now Mouz Sports, they have let Airman get a ton of farm. The rest of the heroes have a lot of farm as well. Blink Dagger, Sheaf Sticks, even a pipe in the works for Santa. What do they have? They have a BKB drum. They have pretty much nothing. 2 urn charges, actually. 2 urns. Blink Dagger on Axe is definitely going to help. But a BKB not yet up on the Gyrocopter. Mouz Sports definitely fell behind in that whole exchange where Airman and NS were farming, and the rest of the VP heroes were pressuring the map. Mouz Sports were kind of grouped up, not doing much. They're smoked up, finally looking for an engagement, and it's going to be Pos in the front lines, though Airman going to open up right away on Pos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits is going to kill him. Call down is going to do a little bit of damage, too crazy, but the hook shot in from Santa, as well as Sonic Wave. Beta is not long for life. There we go, double kill for the Lifestealer with the movement speed on the Wisp. He's going to go straight for Black, popping off that BKB. Static Storm, not going to do much, as well as the Eclipse completely wasted. Beta, he teleports straight in, going to try to get a kill on NS. He gets Culling Bladed down, but Airman still doing heavy damage. He's going to kill the Gyrocopter with that Beast. Going to go for Kuroki next. With that movement speed from the Culling Blade, he might be able to get himself out of here. The teleport will not be in time. One more Screaming Pain as Crazy takes yet another kill. VP losing the Wisp, but Mouz Sports, they lost the Gyrocopter twice, as well as the Darkseer, as well as the Axe. Tier 2 tower is going to fall shortly after. An Eclipse was burned, Static Storm was burned for absolutely nothing. They used it both onto the Lifestealer, and Lifestealer has Magic Immunity. He even has an Aegis, which wasn't even close to being in danger. I feel like that might be it. Mid lane is going to get demolished. Darkseer is up, has 1 point in wall, but that's not going to be enough. They need Eclipse. If they had Eclipse as well as the Static Storm, they would have a chance of saving their Raxes, but right now it's not going to happen. Airman just going to play suicidally. He does have that Aegis still, even going to stop a little bit, take a couple of the farms, or what are they called? Just buildings, right? Just buildings. That's mid lane, completely carved out. Aegis still 1 more minute before that is reclaimed by Roshan. Lifestealer found himself 4,700 gold in that fight, and Black has had enough. GG, well played. VP take it over Mouz 2-0 with a with a strategy that you don't really see that often. But that's also a reason to ban out this Wisp. Wisp doing a lot of work in game 1, a lot of work in game 2. VP playing 2 very distinctly different strategies and making them both work, so they're going to take this win over Mouz Sports from the Premier League Season 4. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, then like, subscribe, tell your friends, all that good stuff. If you didn't, then please, I'm always open for constructive or deconstructive criticism, although if you do respond with destructive criticism, I'm going to have to respond with an equal or greater amount of sarcasm and or just hostility. Not hostility. I can't think of the word. But you get the idea. I believe that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. GG.